Basketball Society.
What's going on, everybody? Alex Fischbein back again from the Basketball Society for another Fisch's Friday rant. And today I'm going to talk about Kobe and how long he's going to be playing. I'm going to talk about Derrick Rose's weird rape allegations and also Lil B trying out for the Sixers D-League team. So, let's jump right into it. So Jim Buss has said that he's not going to tell Kobe when, it's over. He's not going to say at the end of, this coming season, okay, Kobe, we're done. This is over. We're not signing you again. You just shouldn't play anymore. And, from Jim Buss's standpoint, I would say the same thing about Kobe. Sure, I know he's getting up there in age, and I know he's definitely not the same Kobe we've seen before, but we're still talking about Kobe Bryant, people. This man has done some crazy things in his career, and don't get me wrong, I'm not some guy I'm not the guy to go and defend Kobe off on some crazy rant of just oh, I love Kobe because he does this, because he does that. I was never that big of a Kobe fan, but I could never deny the kind of skill this man had. The things that Kobe did were just, otherworldly. I mean, what he did, you didn't really see other people do. I know he modeled a lot of his game after Jordan, and you saw a lot of Jordan through his game, but, in this era, he was just insane. I mean, he's first ballot Hall of Fame, no doubt. And to just tell the guy after this season whether he's healthy or not, just to be look, it's done. You're done. You shouldn't be playing. You're out of here. That would just be stupid. I mean, this guy is selling tickets for the Lakers based just on his name, let alone his skill level right now. And the other thing is sure, he's not that efficient, but he wasn't really that efficient over his entire career. So you can't ask a guy who was already a volume shooter, a very good volume shooter at that, to all of a sudden become an efficient shooter, an efficient three-point shooter, whatever. You can't just expect him to change his whole career path like that just after getting older. I mean, some guys had to do that to just stay in the league. I'm thinking about Vince Carter. He had to turn into a three-point shooter if he wanted to stay in the league and keep playing when he got older. But with Kobe, I mean, he came out and he still put up points when he was healthy. And it would just be insane to just straight up say to him, look, Kobe, we know you're old. We know you're not at the same skill level, so you should be done. You can't just come out and say that to the guy when he's given your team, just blood, sweat, and tears for, half of his life, let alone his career. I mean, he's been in the league for pretty much half of his entire life. And during that time, he's stuck with your team. He's threatened to go to other teams at some points, but he is still given his all every single night, every single season, every playoffs, every championship for the team. And just to, at the end of the season, just because he's getting up in age, just to be look, you're done, it would just be insane. So, for the people who are bashing Jim Buss about this, I agree with him. You can't, if you're in the contract negotiations, you can't tell me that you would just straight up say to Kobe to his face, look, you're done. I don't believe anybody could do that. If Kobe was playing for your team for half of his entire life, I don't believe anybody could just straight up look him in the eye and say, you're done. We're not talking about a contract. I don't believe it. It definitely won't happen from anybody. Everybody can talk tough about, oh, I would just tell him to go find another team, or I'd just say, look, you need to retire. Yeah, you can say that behind a keyboard. You can say that in the comfort of your own home. But saying it straight to Kobe's face, I bet you can't do that. I bet you money you can't do that. Anyway, All right, so that was my whole thing about Kobe. So let's go on to Derrick Rose. There's some pretty scary allegations going on, especially with the whole thing about Bill Cosby and all of the push to get rid of rape culture in America and just in society in general. That's bad news, especially because things have been coming out saying, oh, Derrick Rose looks like the old him, technically the young him, you know what I mean. But it looked like things were moving in the right direction for Derrick Rose. He denied the Team USA tryout just so he could keep getting healthier, keep building muscle and keep getting his body right for the season. And it really looked like things were on the up and up for Derrick Rose, and then this comes out where it's like all of a sudden he drugged and gang raped his ex-girlfriend. Like, that's just insane. But then I looked at the story that she was pleading here, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like Derrick Rose doesn't look like the type of guy that would rape somebody. I'm not trying to really like defend Derrick Rose and saying like, oh, he's not a rapist, he'll never be a rapist. But when you look at the story that she put out, I mean, she was saying that like they drugged her at his house. She somehow made it all the way back to her house. And then they broke in and raped her, but she knew this the whole time. Like, if he's throwing a date rape drug in that drink, I highly doubt you are making it all the way back to your house without, like, nothing happening in between. I highly doubt you're going to remember the whole trip back to your house, him breaking in and everything, without, like, not, like, passing out from the drug. I just don't believe that. And the way she put it just made it sound like when she was first drugged was like 3 hours before she actually went back to her house. And that doesn't make any sense. Like, that's just I'm not trying to defend rape. If the guy raped her, I mean, he raped her. Like, it's a terrible thing to do. You should never do that. That's, like, really awful. But if you're going to come out with a story like this, things don't add up. And it really just sounds like you're just trying to blame it on the guy just to, like, take him down for some money or something like that. So, I mean, it's definitely a grim situation that Derrick Rose is in, but I don't know, it doesn't look like this would really hold up in the court, this whole story. And there hasn't come, like, nothing's come out for any proof or anything, so I don't know, this one doesn't seem real. I mean, like, the whole Bill Cosby thing, okay, that's really messed up. That's terrible. But this Derrick Rose thing, this just not the same. It just doesn't look like what actually happened. Anyway, going past that now, Lil B was invited by the Delaware 87ers, who, if you don't know, is the D-League affiliate of the 76ers. He was invited by them to come try out for the team in Delaware for this coming season. And while everyone was like, oh, he's trying out for the Sixers, oh, it's such a joke, they're such a bad team, they need to let Lil B try out. Stop. Just stop. He's not trying out for the Sixers. He's trying out for the D-League team, the 87ers. And he already tried out for the Golden State Warriors. So I don't really know what you guys are trying to get at. I mean, to be honest, I think it's hilarious. Like, music critics, rap critics, and, like, Twitter fake critics all, like, don't like Lil B's music. It's not to my taste. I'm not going to knock the guy and say he's terrible just because I don't like it. I don't prefer it. But this guy finds a way to keep himself in the news and on people's minds almost all the time. I mean, he had the whole political thing with Bernie Sanders. He has all those curses, like with Kevin Durant, and he cursed James Harden and all that kind of stuff. So people keep talking about him in the NBA world. And then, like, right after all the curses, all the NBA teams started following him on Twitter, and it spitballed, and, like, he's almost like a celebrity, like a superstar celebrity right now, and he really just hasn't, like, I don't want to say he hasn't done much, but somehow he just has this knack of just staying, like, in the news, in articles, being trending on Twitter. He just finds a way. And to be honest with you, I'm I want to learn how he does it. That's amazing. This guy just, he knows how to stay relevant, and he does it in so many different ways, whether it be making music with a well-known rapper. Like, he made that freestyle mixtape with Chance the Rapper, and tons of people love Chance. Well, Lil B was on that with him. So, if you like Chance, well, now you're listening to Lil B too, so you're already listening to his music. And then with all these curses in the NBA with Kevin Durant and James Harden, and then when LeBron and them did the cooking dance, and Shumpert even apologized for it so that he didn't get cursed. There's that. People were thinking about that. And now he's trying out for NBA teams. I mean, not NBA teams, but they're D-League teams. Hey, I'm not going to hate on the dude. I can't knock the hustle. This guy, he knows how to stay in the news. He knows how to stay relevant. If you want to hate on him, keep hating on him, because honestly, you're just getting his name out there more, and you're the one who's helping him keep relevant. To be honest with you. I mean, props to you, Lil B. I want to know how you do it, because I'd love to be that relevant, and just in every aspect. That's crazy. Anyway, thank you guys for watching another episode of Fisch's Friday Rant. Make sure you check out Basketball Society at www.basketball-society.com. Check us out on Twitter at @bballsociety_. And I leave you with this picture. Rest in peace to Daryl Chocolate Thunder Dawkins. We'll be missing a legend, and I know from now on all the Thunder are going to be him dunking up in heaven. Thank you guys. Peace.